What's going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to another episode of the Legion of Comic Correction. We talk all things comic books. We are going to be talking today. It's a short one. We're going to be talking about.
Oh, baby.
We mentioned it like last year. Like that? I hate when people do that. I really do.
It's so stupid.
Last year. Well, it is 2022, but we're going to be talking about the Multiverse of Madness trailer that came out. But before we do that, don't forget, like and subscribe. Hit that bell so that you can hear all of our latest episodes and just be told when new things come out. And don't forget to go down into the description, click all those links. They go to all different kinds of really cool places, including our Patreon. We can get all different extra content. And our website, legionofcc.com, where you can get sweet merch like this hat and like that shirt and other stuff too. So make sure you check it out because it's there and it's cool.
Oh, baby!
Ah, you took it from me, man. Oh, baby! I was going to say.
Dude, I talk with my hands so much, and I hit my mic, and I don't have enough room for things.
Well, it'll be better. We're going to get
you don't have enough room.
My man, you are rocking over there.
Yo, your corner is looking so much better.
Your corner looks
Every
amazing.
day
You guys are like
better.
loading. We're loading in more things, and I'm just too big for this.
Yeah, you're too big for that space. We got to figure something else out.
It's hard to contain all of your incredibleness.
Yeah.
I wonder what this
that
picture
weird?
looks like.
The Ox King!
Yo, well,
No, your picture doesn't look like you're actually that crowded in there. You actually
I feel crowded.
here's
I know
what
you
I
feel
here's what I
crowded, but
My
want
you
to
don't
knees
do.
are hitting the
crowded.
table.
Here's
right
what I
now.
want to do. I want to just get everything in
You're
your corner.
too big.
Look, that sounds like a you problem.
That is a you problem. You're
No,
too
no,
big of
I'm
a
too
human
big.
being.
No, what we want to
You're
do
too
is
big of a human being.
in your corner, we just need to slowly just make everything miniature,
Yeah,
so you just
yeah.
look bigger and bigger.
Smaller and smaller things.
Because you're the Ox King, man. You're
Smaller
big and
and smaller
powerful.
things.
All right.
Anyway,
Moving on.
Multiverse of Madness trailer.
this is some madness.
There might be a dimension where you're small.
No, it's a constant.
That's a
Years.
constant.
Yeah, that's
Ox
a-
King
You can't break
everywhere.
that.
Immovable point. That's an immovable point.
So at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home, they released
Full-blown trailer.
the trailer for Multiverse of Madness.
Bold move.
And not that long ago,
Good
they
move.
released it
Right,
onto
right.
the internet for everybody to see, whether
Yeah.
they go to see Spider-Man or not. But if you haven't seen Spider-Man, go and see it.
You should see
You
Spider-Man
should see
anyway.
it
You haven't seen
multiple
it yet.
times.
I hope there's some tragedy going on because
Yeah.
there's no excuse.
There's no excuses.
throughout this time.
It's not a
It's
pandemic.
so good.
It's
No,
not a pandemic.
still
Not really.
an excuse. You can still go see a movie.
You
Go
can.
see a movie.
It's true.
You can.
We wanted to get this out, and it's been a little bit. We've been on vacation because we need a vacation too.
Well, some of us have been on vacation.
Well, we've been on vacation from the podcast.
That's
Is
true.
what I'm talking about.
You'll
We
work for me
stepped
one
back
day.
on that.
One day.
I want you to go to the grave knowing that I'm never going to work for you. Unless
like
I
you're never
have a
gonna die.
retirement party.
It looks like you're never
or
going
a
to die.
retirement plan.
Awkward.
Or I don't have a retirement plan.
All right, so
Because then I'll be the shop teacher.
Greg thought he wasn't
Multiverse-
going to work for me either.
I did. I said it for a long time.
It'd be very interesting to see what you could pull for me to get a job
I'll
there.
figure it out.
You always said you're going to have an eye patch that switches
It's
all
true.
over the place.
Shop teacher.
Shop teacher.
There you
know,
go.
You know, come
We've
in
talked about that.
Yeah,
we
we have.
actually have talked
Limbs
about
I'd be
missing.
fully okay with doing that.
with a peg leg. All right, Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse.
Coming out in, is it May or March?
May.
May.
No,
I don't
they
remember.
didn't say an
I
exact
think you just said
day.
May
It just said May
2022.
2022.
Which
But the
this
2
May.
was different. 2 was different.
So
maybe
is
it's
it May 2nd? I don't know.
Maybe.
Let me look
Maybe.
it up.
Or maybe it's
Is there a
just,
date?
yeah, check it out. See if
Hack-
it's
hack it
out.
Hack Marvel real quick.
Yeah, hack them.
mean-
Multiverse of Madness is the latest. It's Doctor Strange sequel. We've been waiting for a while. Benedict Cumberbatch was great in the first Doctor Strange, and people have
She's
been
great
just
in
itching.
everything. Benedict Cumberbatch is great in everything.
Yeah, itching for a sequel, and we get a sequel now, and it's perfect because it's the multiverse.
It was
And,
funny 'cause
looks great.
We were doing like a top 5 at work. We were doing top 5 Marvel movies
Yeah.
this past phases in the MCU. How about that? MCU top 5.
Sure.
Yes.
And we all made our lists, and then someone's like, "Oh, you know what? And I'm gonna change mine. I want to put Doctor Strange in there."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh my word!" I was like, we all completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yo, I watched
But it's a
it.
great. I watched the first one. I watched it first, and then I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, it was a good movie." Then I watched it again. I was like, "This is a really good
It's
movie."
really
It's
good.
really good.
And then in
It's
perspective
one
of everything,
it's one of the best.
It's definitely
Yeah.
one of the best.
And it's got a great.
top 10.
100% top 10.
It's
Yeah.
a really
Yeah.
good like. It does feed into the other movies, but it's a good standalone. Just
Oh,
a good
yeah.
standalone Marvel
Well,
hero movie.
We've talked about strong introductory movies, strong backstory movies.
Yes, it's one of the
and
best.
it's definitely one of the best
It's
backstory
really
movies.
good. It's really
you know,
high up there.
if we're just talking introducing a character, top 5. Top
Yeah.
5 or even top 3. It's
May
got one of the best introductions of a character.
May 6th,
yet.
2020.
There you go.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah,
but
it's got
say
great supplementary characters too. Like Wong is such a great character.
Yes.
Mordu is such a great character. Caecilius was such a cool villain.
Yeah, Mad Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
He is a phenomenal villain.
Yeah, what's with that dude's face though, man? Every movie they mess with his face.
Yeah, they do.
But his face is so cool. He's got such a great villain face.
Yeah, but you got to understand, Mads Mikkelsen is very
Hannibal.
much.
He's Hannibal.
Yeah, well, he's Hannibal too. Yeah, but he is one of those actors that you don't realize, very similar to Gary Oldman. You don't realize how many things he is in.
He's in a lot.
He
Greg and I did that
immerses
yesterday.
himself in a role.
Book of Eli.
Who are they talking about? Like, what is it? Book of Logan?
I don't remember what we said.
Book of something.
Yeah,
and then we're like Book of Eli, and then we're both like Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
Well, unfortunately, Mads Mikkelsen is not in this one, although he might be. It's a multiverse, so
my favorite one to throw out there that people don't realize for Gary Oldman is The Fifth Element.
Oh, he's great in The Fifth Element.
I've actually never seen The Fifth Element.
You should see it, man. It's so good. It's really fun.
That's one to put on, man.
Bruce Willis.
Yep.
I know, like,
He's
I
great.
know sort of what it's about
on.
or whatever. He's a taxi driver in the future, all that.
Yeah,
jazz.
but he was in the military. He was in the military before.
I just never seen it.
Worth it.
Mila, what's her name? Right? The Resident Evil chick?
Mila, oh my gosh. I cannot remember her
Resident
name.
Evil.
Yeah, she's Resident Evil.
Resident Evil chick.
That's like all she's done that's like melee.
Yeah, that's super recognizable. That's for sure.
But
she's great.
They're great.
She's really great.
Great
in this.
movie.
Yeah,
Worth it.
Yeah, really good.
And Gary Oldman's phenomenal.
He is.
As always.
He's really good.
But Mad Mikkelsen he's
maybe
like
Gary
that.
Oldman
He's
will
very
be
similar
in,
to that.
Multiverse of Madness. That'd be cool.
No, we need to bring him in.
Director Sam Raimi, right? Isn't it Sam Raimi who's directing?
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, right?
Raimi.
Sammy Raimi.
Anyway, he has a history. He has a background in like horror movies, and we saw that in Spider-Man 2 when Doc Ock's arms are going crazy in the hospitals. He's like a very slasher feel.
Yeah.
There's talks that's going to come back. Like his slasher feel is going to come into Multiverse of Madness a bit.
We need this to go real dark. I'm going to just tell you right now.
Well, and it will.
This has got to go dark.
I hope this sets a precedence for like what the MCU is kind of going to move into.
Who they bring in at the end?
Not second wave. It's not phase 2, but
it's phase 4.
My man.
Your man.
Dark.
Your man,
evil. Doctor Strange.
Evil Doctor Strange, man.
Well, wait.
Dark Doctor Strange.
Evil.
Yeah, because he's
not technically evil.
I guess not.
At the end,
it's all relative.
Right, he joins the Multiverse
What
Avengers.
If.
Yeah,
he joins
the Multiverse
not
Avengers.
Evil.
So when does this take place, though? Does it
That's
take
a good
place?
Question.
Well,
I don't know.
So what's cool is in this trailer we get not only the first. Did you hear that? I heard something.
I heard something too.
Yeah, it's all right.
I don't know what it is, but just move on.
We're gonna move on. Not only is it the first, but they do it twice. 2 different ones actually. Yeah. References to the Disney Plus TV shows, which we've had the Disney Plus TV shows reference the movies, but we've never had the movies reference the Disney Plus TV shows.
Yep.
Multiverse of Madness references 2 of them. WandaVision by going to speak to Wanda in her little hideaway in the mountains, and she mentions Westview. Mm-hmm. And then Evil Strange.
Well, he
which is what if
he mentions
it. Yeah,
Westview too.
Well, she mentions that she's made mistakes.
Yeah, they both do.
And he's like, I'm not here about Westview. So there's WandaVision, and then Evil Strange is What If. So not only the real live action shows, but also the animated shows.
Yeah, I'm interested.
It's so cool.
It has to be after What If, and the reason it has to be after What If is because if they're saying that the show Westview happened before, but WandaVision happened before,
right?
This happened before as well. So it has to be after. And here's the other thing that goes along with that.
Yeah,
he is so ominous. We have to realize Benedict Cumberbatch is such a phenomenal actor.
He's a treasure.
Him playing against himself is going to be amazing to see.
2 strangers
just in itself.
Yeah.
But the reality here is he also makes I can't remember the exact line that he makes or what the comment that he makes, but he basically names that it's a long road. Like there's a lot of things that have happened. So what he's alluding
to go this way.
Exactly. What he's alluding to is a lot of what happened already in What If. So you have to assume that it's after.
Yeah. So, are you saying? I wonder if the real bad guy is. So we get Mordo coming back with dreads.
Well, we have to see where he is.
Right. So Mordo seems to indicate that the biggest danger to the multiverse is Strange himself, which leads into the Evil Strange appearance. But
what is
saying that
Evil Strange doing at the end of What If? Or do you remember?
Right.
Because I do. I'm asking.
Right. So he's containing Ultron, not Ultron, Vision.
He's containing Evil Vision and Evil Killmonger going after the Gauntlet.
Right.
The
if this takes place after that, then Strange is holding
going to
together.
his dimension and visiting Evil Strange there.
So are we gonna see Killmonger come back? Are they gonna break out?
I'm more concerned.
Killmonger, Evil Vision.
Some form of Strange has to be there.
Sure.
To contain that happening.
Sure.
Evil Strange may be seeing it as his opportunity to leave his own dimension and keep Strange there to do what he is being required to do.
Maintain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's why
there's so many questions.
That's why he's saying that the most dangerous thing is himself.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It's interesting.
We got more.
Interesting.
We got giant eyeball tentacle creature. We've got Evil Strange.
Chavez.
A giant eyeball tentacle creature always works. We know that.
Did you hear that, though?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
America Chavez. We get our first view of America Chavez. She doesn't say anything.
Nope.
Doesn't do anything.
Just kind of just runs around.
Yeah, and she's standing behind. she's
she's not gonna.
Running around.
And not in a trailer. No.
We're not gonna. They're not gonna give away too much of her in the trailer, but she's standing behind Strange with Wanda as they're kind of looking out a doorway.
Was that 100% Wanda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Hundo.
Hundo P. We get Wanda in her end of WandaVision outfit.
We get her as
sick Scarlet Witch.
The
legit Scarlet Witch outfit. She is evil entity outfit.
I don't understand that. I'm going to be honest. She is the biggest danger.
Yeah,
I was going to say that. I was going to
but Mordo
hop on that a little bit.
Mordo doesn't know that.
Yeah,
and Mordo hates Strange.
That's true.
Right?
True.
And he's a wizard
because she's going to go into the multiverse to look for her kids. That's what she's going to go into.
Oh yeah, I don't buy her. I made mistakes. I hurt people.
She's going in to look for her kids.
Manipulator, evil.
Nope.
She's
nope.
Perusing the book of the dead, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do some research on this just because that's why I haven't really been talking at all because I really don't know much. I'm starting to, once we start creeping out of this phase 4 here, I'm just going to be out of my ballpark.
Well,
which is fine. That just means I need to
do some work.
I got to lift some.
Got work.
Well, but here's the deal. You're going to
come
in with you're going to come in with a fresh perspective, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be different.
Yeah, I mean, cool. I thoroughly enjoyed reading One More Day, Spider-Man.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, wow,
there you go.
It took like literally an hour, less than an hour. It took me like 40 minutes to just read that real quick.
But with that was the point I was making earlier. At this phase 4, this after the original Avengers, this has to get real dark.
Yeah.
This everybody that they're bringing in, they don't have clean, easy storylines.
No, it's not a black and white. It's just all gray.
Stuff.
It's all gray.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they need to delve into that. And I hope this is like the first real portrayals of that because Shang-Chi didn't really do it for me in terms of the darkness. The only thing that actually got into the dark was WandaVision, and they didn't even really do it that much.
Loki did too.
Thank you.
Was
You're right.
deep.
Yeah.
And you know
they need to dig it.
Here's the deal, though.
Go there.
And it wasn't. They went as far as they could with it being an animated show. But what if delved into some dark stuff too?
Well,
the
Doctor
first Strange episode was like the darkest thing I think Marvel's put out. It was creepy.
Loved it. Bring it on.
So you mentioned America Chavez. We didn't really get to see her do much, but we know in the comics that one of her superpowers is literally kicking through dimensions.
I don't understand why that would be helpful in the real world.
Well, no, not in the real world.
It's not the real world.
It's the multiverse of madness. Like she's gonna let them.
The real world is not the real world to what
no.
the real world is.
I mean, I get how
open that door.
Just hear me out here.
She's gonna let them into other.
There are
dimensions.
certain things that work really well in comics, right? And some things that don't translate from comics.
But if anyone's going to be able to do it, it's going to be the MCU.
I know. I just
and here's the
thing. And it's going to be this phase and or the next phase.
Here's how it is.
Just going to watch her just kicking.
No. I hope so. What? I hope not.
What
like
was that?
That's
That's
what
your
she's
kicking?
saying. That's what she's
You
saying.
have all your
I'm
black
sitting.
belts.
I'm
No.
sitting,
That's
and I
the
was making fun of it.
Garbage excuse.
Here's the deal.
Fair.
It's gonna be.
Fair.
Thank
it's
you.
gonna be. I think she fits perfectly because now we are in need of trans-dimensional travel, and here comes a hero who can do it. Maybe her powers have been awakened because of all this tampering with the multiverse.
I
You know?
guess.
Like
maybe.
I think it's gonna be sweet. Like
gonna be-
Doctor Strange needs some
gonna
help
keep in
kicking
my-
through
keeping my eyes
dimensions.
on her.
Yeah.
Keeping my eyes.
America
on her.
Chavez is legit. I'm excited to see. And plus, she is a member of the New Avengers with Wiccan and Speed and Kate Bishop and the Patriot, who we saw in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, we need to see a little bit more of where that's going to go. Either New Avengers, Thunderbolts, or Dark
it's totally.
Avengers.
They're
We need to
totally
see.
going.
Well,
New
that's the thing is
Avengers.
they're like hopping
totally-
kind of all over the place with these, but like every hop brings us closer.
Yeah.
It's like a spiral, you know.
Hit,
Yeah.
Hop, a
don't
hibbity,
you
hop,
stop.
hop, but don't stop. Bop, bop, dip. Yeah.
I don't know the words on that one.
I don't
I
either.
can't help
My
you with
dad
that.
knows them. He says it all the time.
Oh well.
Shout out to dad.
Boom.
Boom.
Come on the
Giddy up.
podcast and sing that song. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be really fun.
Oh, it's gonna be a great movie.
There's no doubt
Super
about it
excited.
It's
being
gonna be a
great.
movie.
I don't have any
Super
doubt
And it's
about
in
that.
May.
It's gonna
It's
be
super soon.
I think it's gonna be. We talked about this before. I think it's gonna be very heady, though. I think
Yeah.
you're gonna have to think a lot about trying to keep
It's definitely a
track
two-view
of that
movie.
central line.
At least.
Because with this trans-dimensional stuff, you gotta keep that central
Well,
thread moving.
That's what I liked about Loki.
That's what I was just
A
about to bring
lot.
up. I was
Right.
just about to bring up.
Right.
We
Right.
really
Made you
enjoyed.
think.
We really enjoyed the cerebral aspect of Loki,
Yes.
Yep.
and this is going to be more of that.
I hope
In-
so. I
in
want to
movie
see that
form.
more. I really am excited
Well, it
about
has
that.
to, because-
I'm very excited about that.
Here's the deal: is I guarantee that this is going to feed directly into Loki season 2,
Yeah.
and more into
that'll be good, more. Yeah.
into the development of Kang the Conqueror
When does
and Ant-Man.
that's what I was gonna
Ant-Man
that was what I was
3.
gonna bring next.
I don't
when
remember.
does that
it's this.
come?
I think it's this year.
Because
But I don't remember when.
That's the tie that I think is going to be the most important. Check it out.
Yeah, look it up.
Hack
He's
Marvel
Hack
site
Marvel
again.
again.
Hack Marvel again. I know
here's-
you just logged out, but
I
you
did.
know.
Here's the deal, though. Kang has been slotted as the main villain of Ant-Man 3.
I know, but is it just Ant-Man 3, or are we going to see Kang start popping up in other places?
Oh,
because
he better.
Kang, like we talked about,
Yeah.
is one that is big enough to actually fit.
July 28th, 2023.
Ooh.
Well, but you know what? That makes sense, though. That
It's
makes
a
sense,
year.
and you know why that
It's a
makes
year.
sense? That makes sense
Yeah,
because
it's
if Kang is the main villain of that, we need to build him more. Build
Right.
and build and build. We need
True,
Multiverse
true.
of Madness. We need Loki season 2.
but that's where
we-
I'm saying we need to
We
see
do,
him
but
now.
at the same point, it's like I think the fans have already built him enough.
Well,
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Only
Like
the
everyone
fans,
that
though.
anyone that wants to do the research
Nah, but
has
it's the
already done
Yeah,
it.
but it's only those who are gonna be
billions
super
of people.
fans.
Yeah.
But that's something I was gonna get back to.
It's only
was
gonna be
that
us.
I think, yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
right.
It's only
Yeah.
ever us.
Well, yeah.
Family.
Mm.
Family.
Oh my gosh, one episode.
Oh, baby.
One episode.
You're never gonna be able to get out of it.
Oh,
anyway,
baby.
because we're family. So I think
not
the one
wrong.
thing that we're gonna have to come
It's not
back
wrong.
to is that, or I wanted to come back to was I kind of have to applaud the MCU for doing what they're doing right now. Because
Usually.
they're actually, yeah, I know, but sometimes as a true DC fan, there's
My
also
man,
like
my
a
man, I'm
little
with
like
you.
I want to kind of stab it a little
Yep,
bit.
I
But
do.
one thing I have to
on a
applaud them
daily
on
basis.
is that I'm happy that they're creating content from the comics, but also they're kind of almost like they're almost trying to have like an aspect of people should go back and read the comics because
Yes.
there's like
Yes.
the easy way of going about movies is just like, hey, watch the movie and you don't have to read the comic. But to understand the movie nowadays is that you need to go read the comics if you haven't
Yes.
already.
You're
Yes.
exactly right here.
But you can still enjoy it
And you
without
can
the
still
comics.
enjoy it.
They
It's
toe
for
that
everyone.
fine-
It's
that is
for
such-
everyone.
That is
Yeah.
such a fine, difficult line to toe.
Yes.
But they do it
They're doing
incredibly
it so well.
Because we constantly rag on DC
Yeah.
because we're like,
Sorry,
there's
DC.
a comic book here,
Right.
DC. Do what's in the comic book and we will be happy. But the problem with that is they take one tiny little detail
Yep.
and then they go left.
They throw
and
everything
they
else away.
Throw everything else away.
Like, that's
And
cool.
it's
Let's try to make
ridiculous.
something else cool. Oh, wait, it sucked.
Yeah. And so they make the mistake of going too far from the source material,
Yeah.
and you're like, I don't even know what this came from. Where
Yes.
MCU, they toe that fine line of, we're going to take the pieces and you're going to be able to clearly see this is where it came from,
Yeah.
but we're going to put our own twist on it here enough that you're going to be like, but I want to know where this came from,
Right.
Yes.
and I want to know more.
Yeah.
That's
I want to
such
know.
an amazing
Can
line.
you show me?
I don't got that
Yeah.
one, man.
Tarzan.
I'm sorry.
What?
I know it's Phil
his-
Collins,
it's
but I don't know the
Tarzan.
words.
It's
I know it's.
Tarzan.
I respect Phil
I want
Collins.
to know about
I
the
know.
strangers like.
You
I know.
guys, no, you guys are exactly right though. In that, what a beautiful balance where you could never read any of the comics.
Like
Yeah.
everything should be
Yep.
Right.
balanced.
You could never read a single comic
Thanos.
and still
That's right.
really enjoy every single
Thank you.
MCU
Actually,
movie.
thank you. Did you hear him?
Yeah, it was a villain thing.
Yep.
I know you like.
You got caught. You got caught.
No, but
I'm
you
the
could
yin
never
and the yang.
you could never read.
What
a
do you
single
not
comic
understand?
and yet still enjoy every single one of these movies in a huge way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
or you could go in and read the only the tie-in comics
Mhm.
Yep.
and enjoy it in a different way. Or
Yep.
you could deep dive like we do
Yep.
and like really enjoy
Theorize.
the meat of the comics and the movies.
Right.
And
And there's always gonna, there's always going to
do
be
run-
people that are upset.
We
Right.
There's
do
always
run
100%.
our.
And-
Well, that's
and
that's
we're
what I
some
was
of them.
about to say. Is we run our danger of
Yeah.
when we theorize too much,
right. This
and we
Yeah.
don't like what we
Yeah.
get then because we
We
should
can.
get something different.
But
Yeah.
but in the end, you can still look back and say, you know what? If I hadn't like deep dove, it's still a quality product.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's still a quality. Like
Still
you can,
well done.
you can look at DC ones. There's quite a few DC ones
Yes.
where you could say
yes.
Or don't have to look at it.
they
Don't look at many of them.
no, but they didn't right. They didn't do what we wanted.
Yep.
Theorize, and even if we didn't care, it's still a bad product.
Right.
Yep.
But I feel like there's very few, if any, MCU products that are like that's just a bad product.
There's
no,
a few.
They're
There's
pretty
a few, but
right.
you're
couple
right.
Iron Man,
But the majority of them,
couple Thors.
yeah. But if
Exploding
we look,
Black Widow.
Dragons.
if we look, how far back was that? They've
Yeah.
learned so much from those things,
True.
and they're
True.
Well, yeah.
they're
John
they're
Favreau just-
evolving.
Put on the old back straps.
Yeah,
He said, I'm gonna carry this team.
and Feige was like, "I'm going to tighten up this web,"
Yep.
Yeah.
and they've done. I mean, for
Yeah,
the most
sure.
part,
No
the
pun intended.
products are good.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this one seems to be no different. We're excited. We're super pumped. It's in May. We're going to watch it, and we're going to
Let's
talk about
get
it.
it.
Thanks for listening to the Legion of Comic Correction. Don't forget to check out our other episodes streaming everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're also on the major social platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Legion of Comic Correction.
That's right. And make sure to check out our Patreon for exclusive supporter specials at patreon.com/Legion of CC. New episodes come out every week. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, same Legion.